What's up? So the hot topic for today, this week, last week is Beyoncé. And obviously, Beyoncé is just awesome, like normal. But particularly recently, she went on the news, and I didn't actually see the news thing, but I saw it in other people's YouTube videos who made videos about her. But apparently she went vegan recently, or announced that she went vegan, and that wasn't true. But so many YouTubers, and I'm sure people wrote articles on praising her for going vegan, and but apparently I feel like there's gonna now be so much hate now that she's announced that she's not vegan, because apparently all the news clips and everything left out half of her statement. The news clips that were aired on TV and that went viral were only parts of her statements. So she never actually claimed to be going vegan. I don't know, maybe she did use the word vegan. I doubt it. I think she actually said she doesn't want to be labeled vegan because there's such a negative stigma with veganism, which is true, because we have people in the vegan community who are just bullies, I feel like, and so she didn't want to be associated with that, which aligns totally with what Beyoncé is all about in real life. So I totally respect that. However, this diet plan, or this master chef that she teamed up with, and the program that she's pitching right now is that 22 days to change stuff or make a habit or whatever, and it is called 22-day vegan challenge or something like that. It says vegan on the book cover on the website. It's crazy. So she encourages this vegan challenge, but in her press release or whatever, she said, and I still eat meat, just everything in moderation. So she's not going vegan. And I feel oh my god, she's gonna get so much backlash from everyone who made videos about it. And I was actually watching this morning a YouTube video by Happy Healthy Vegan. It's this couple on YouTube. And they were totally saying the same things, just they weren't bashing her at all, though. They love Beyonce still, but they were just saying, hey, just FYI, she's not actually vegan, for all you vegan YouTubers who made videos about her being vegan, which is hilarious. But so yeah, she's gonna get some backlash, not from Happy Healthy Vegan, but from other people Freely. The Banana Girl is probably gonna make some super hate kill video thing. She kind of already did about Rihanna. Rihanna wore this mink coat and Freely just blasted her, which, hey, fair enough, everyone's entitled to their opinion, everyone's entitled to their way of getting information out there, but Rihanna's also entitled to Beyonce is also entitled to her own style of eating, whatever she wants to do. But let's talk about, so even though she didn't announce she's going vegan, I think she made some great decisions. I think her announcement was absolutely great and life-changing and impactful for American society and American diets, because she is centered on a more whole foods, and she did use the term plant-based. So I don't know exactly what that means for her, but hopefully it means mostly plant stuff over processed stuff and over meat. I don't know how much meat is in this diet, but even if there is still a significant amount, it can still be a healthy diet. And you can actually go see my video on paleo versus vegan, and how I think they're long lost sisters versus arch rivals. But I think that Beyonce going whole foods plant-based is a great step, rather than, and she spoke a little bit about, and I didn't see the whole thing unfortunately, but she did speak a little bit about how she's always struggled with her weight and being a bigger, not a big, she's not skin and bones, she's never been skinny, and that's what people love about her, is her curves, and she's just a beautiful woman. She's the definition of a woman's physique. Not everyone wants to look like that. I don't particularly want to look like that, but I do totally respect it as feminine and beautiful. So, she talks a little bit about how she's always struggled with low calorie, low carb, and just seeing so much fluctuation when she does these things. And I think that is the greatest part of her message, is that doesn't work long term. And I don't know, I feel like I'm so aligned with people these days, like, who are fed up with diets and who want something that they can do the rest of their life, because that's what I'm all about. And Beyonce, like, can't do no meat the rest of her life, which I totally respect that. I would respect her less if she claimed right now that she was going vegan and did the 22-day thing and then said, oh, just kidding, I totally miss my meat and I didn't know that I was going to, and let me go back to being not vegan. So she never misled anyone, she never lied, you know, just being consistent Beyonce, like, wonderful Beyonce. So I respect that about her, and even though I think if she tried it, she could probably do veganism pretty easily. I don't think it would be that difficult. But, you know, it's just scary giving up, you know, a type of food. I understand that. But anyway, she's this whole foods plant-based thing, and hopefully, which I don't know enough about it, but hopefully it's based on a higher amount of calories than your typical, like, 1,300, what's that girl's name, Michelle Lewin or something? I don't know, Michelle Bridges, her 1,300 calories a day diet, or then the Kayla Itzine's Bikini Body Challenge, which is 1,600 calories a day, which, you know, if that works for you, fine, do it, but I think it's kind of like I think that's a really low calorie diet that doesn't work, and Beyonce seems to think so as well. You know, she didn't cite those two, but those are just two examples of low calorie diets. And so hopefully it's based on, you know, more realistic caloric intake, like daily caloric intakes. And I guess we'll see if she continues to promote this and it continues to work for her, because, I mean, you know, she does look really good. I think the best part of this, though, well, other than all the other best parts that I've noted, but I think another benefit of, or positive aspect of this whole, like, news release and everything was, is that this is gaining traction, even if it's not like veganism. It's been, you know, veganism has been thrown out there. This guy's book or website is about going vegan for 22 days, and you know, I think even if it was like all about paleo, and if it's still that classical form of paleo, that whole foods, like plant-based, I mean, they're all saying plant-based, so it's definitely plant-based, even if there's some meat still incorporated. But I think the key is that it's focusing on the whole foods plant-based, but it's getting out into mainstream society. I mean, celebrity society, you know, Beyonce's touting this, and there are so many Beyonce little minions out there that I'm sure that this is going to pick up and become at least a fad diet for a while. And hopefully it's not seen as a diet, hopefully it's seen more as a lifestyle, even though I think you can order this guy's food and have it, like, pre-packaged and, like, sent to your house and stuff, which I'm not all about that, because that's expensive. And is that something that you're going to do the rest of your life? Hell no. You're not going to get food, every meal sent to you for the rest of your life, unless you're like a Kardashian, or maybe if you're Beyonce, which I still feel like, you know, she's going to want to cook her own meals and stuff, which I guess you can take from, you know, you do that 22 days of that guy's vegan challenge, and he gives you vegan foods that you can then, like, cook later on. So it gives you ideas, which I think is great, because, you know, when I first became vegan, I thought, you know, 2 things were vegan or whatever, like only like bananas and potatoes. But there's so many more things out there, and I like the approach that this guy's taken, is that we give you food, we give you the ideas, and then you can create your own. And I feel like what we're going to see, and hopefully this impacts my area as well, but I feel like we're also going to see more vegan options at restaurants, or even vegan restaurants that serve this guy's food. And I know, like, for me, in Raleigh, North Carolina, I cannot find a bakery that makes vegan donuts, and it's the saddest thing in my entire life, because I love vegan donuts. But, you know, there's vegan options at almost every restaurant. You can be a vegan and go to restaurants. Like, it's not limiting. But I think that with Beyonce behind this, we're going to see an increase, an influx in vegan options in restaurants and stuff. I bet we'll even see some, like, vegan chefs on the rise. That'd be cool. Or vegetarian, whatever. I mean, so yeah, I think it's not it's not a bad thing that she did not go vegan. And I think that anyone that's about to go on blast, anyone that's about to blast her, which I feel like is going to be a lot of vegans who made videos about her, should just go ahead and not do that. They should go ahead and just not, actually I'm gonna go this way, go ahead and not blast her, and just be nice, be encouraging, welcome her to, you know, the community of like plant-based eaters, and she can make an impact, and it can be a positive one rather than like fighting different cults of the plant-based you know, dieters or lifestyles.